This film was created by F.D. Fowler in 1941. It records the ceremony at Adobe Walls when area folks and Native Americans dedicated a monument honoring the fallen warriors. That monument remains today, with the others honoring those who fought and died in the Second Battle of Adobe Walls in 1874. Historian Alvin Lynn has just published a book detailing the first Adobe Walls battle in 1864 involving Kit Carson, which happened near this site. The second battle involved buffalo hunters like Billy Dixon and Comanches.
And while he was here at this battle site, he was involved in certainly the Second Battle of Adobe Walls. And on the third day of the battle, the Indians had backed off to the hills, back to the east and the northeast. And supposedly Billy Dixon took aim, and he called it a scratch shot, and knocked an Indian off his horse on top of this hill that's about 1,400 yards away from here, the high hill there.
And although there's been a prevailing controversy about whether the shot was possible or even made, that's the legend that's been associated with Adobe Walls.
One way or the other, the Indians, when they saw the effect of that rifle and they saw their comrade rolling down the hill to his death, they left. So there was no defeat, there was no victory at Adobe Walls. They kind of got tired of killing each other and the Indians left. They fought them to a draw. But shortly after that, the buffalo camp at Adobe Walls was abandoned, and they went back to Dodge City where they came from.
Clay Renick is currently creating an Adobe Walls exhibit at the Hutchinson County Museum. In October, they'll be celebrating the sesquicentennial of the first Battle of Adobe Walls.
This is Colonel Kit Carson. This is Do Hassan. Do Hassan was a Kiowa chief. These two met for the first time on November 25th, 1864.
The two battles, 10 years apart, set the stage for the Red River War, which ultimately removed the Comanches, Kiowa, and Cheyenne to reservations in Oklahoma.
These are ledger drawings done by unknown Indian artists when the Indians were taken off the plains and sent to the reservation in Oklahoma. They were often handed pencil and paper because that's what we do. It's not what they did. You'll see that they rendered the battle fairly accurately.
And there's a watercolor made by a soldier a day after the battle. This area is in a remote part of the Texas Panhandle, but for a brief time, it determined the destinies of those who would live here. Celebrating the Panhandle Spirit, Larry Lemmons, Pronews 7.